Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, we discussed about direct quotation, indirect quotation. Then after that, we discussed about cross quotations, cross exchange rate. Then after that, we discussed about forward contracts and future contracts. In forward contracts, we discussed that these are non-standardized, no third-party guarantee, unregulated, private, no margin requirement, and there is counterparty risk. Today, we are going to discuss a small example. You want to buy sailboat. There is a boat and you want to purchase that boat in the next 12 months. But you don't have money today. You want to make payment after 12 months. And your buddy John wants to upgrade to a newer in the next 12 months. And your friend John, he wants to upgrade to a newer in the next 12 months, and he want to buy a new one in the next 12 months. So both have a plan after 12 months, so enter into a forward contract. So enter into a forward contract for 1,50,000 in next 12 months. Now see, time is specified, 12 months. Price is specified, $150,000. You will pay $150,000 after 12 months to John, and he will deliver the boat to you. Then after that, we discussed about future contracts, that these are standardized in terms of quantity of goods and delivery dates, guaranteed by third party. There is third party guarantee, no counterparty risk. Risk is, there is no risk involved in this. Good faith. The risk, he's talking about risk of default, counterparty risk. No party can escape. Good faith because of what? Margin requirement. There is margin requirement. And regulated market. The market for future contracts, it is regulated. Here is another example of, here is another example of forward contracts. Current exchange rate of Afghanis to US dollars, it is 70. Arshad and Majid have different perceptions regarding the exchange rate. Arshad believes that US dollar will depreciate in the future. This one, he is expecting that US dollar will depreciate in the future, while Majid believes that US dollar will appreciate, that US dollar will go up. Arshad have $10,000 and he is expecting that US dollar will depreciate, will come down from 70 to maybe 69, 68, whatever. So he is expecting that dollar will depreciate. So he will sell the dollars. Short position. They decide to have a contract at a rate of Afghanis US dollar 72. So they entered into a forward contract at the rate of 72. Means 1 US dollar is equal to 72 Afghanis. And settlement will take place after 1 month, and they will deliver the settlement. It will take place after 1 month. So two parties, one is Arshad and the other is Majid. Arshad and Majid. Arshad have $10,000. The current exchange rate, it is 71 dollar is equal to 70 Afghanis. But this Arshad, he is expecting that this dollar will depreciate. It will come down to 69 or 68. So he is going to sell these $10,000 by entering into a forward contract. So between them, they fix the price at 72, that I will sell $1 for 72 Afghanis. Now Majid is expecting that dollar will appreciate. Dollar will appreciate. Now what happens? They enter into a contract. They fix the time, 1 month. Delivery of the assets, it will take place after 1 month. Majid, Arshad will deliver dollars and Majid will pay Afghanis. Now what happens after 1 month? At the end of 1 month, current exchange rate was Afghanis to US dollar 74. After 1 month, what is the exchange rate? 74. Now discuss profit and loss for both partners. What will happen? Now what is the current exchange rate? 74. $1 is equal to 74 Afghanis. Now their contract is at 72. So Majid will pay 10,000 multiplied by 72 because they enter into a contract at the rate of 72. So it will become 7,20,000 Afghans. So mean Majid will pay 7,20,000 Afghanis after 1 month to Arshad, and Arshad will deliver these $10,000 to Majid. And Arshad will receive 7,20,000 Afghanis. Now what will Majid do? Majid will sell it in the market because in the market, what is the rate? 74. He will sell it at 74 in the market. So it becomes 7,40,000. Now what is the profit and loss situation? So Majid paid 7,20,000 to Arshad, and now Majid will sell it in the market for 7,40,000. So the difference between these two, 20,000 Afghanis. It will be the profit of Majid. So this will be the profit and loss situation. Then future contract. We discussed that future contracts are standardized contracts. And there is third party guarantee. So there was buying order for dirham 1 million against US dollar after 2 months, 1/3/2010, and today's date is January 1, 2010. Contract price, they settle the exchange rate at 0.3272. 0.3272. They entered into a contract on this exchange rate. Now what will happen? Exchange rate is for dirham to US dollar. Buying order for DM against US dollars. So now 1 million dirham, we will convert it to US dollar at the contract price. What is the contract price? 0.3272. So it becomes, when we multiply it, it becomes 3,27,200. Party A, Party B. He is giving dirham and receiving dollars. So 1 million dirham and what is the contract price? 0.32. They enter into a contract on this price, 0.3272. So when we multiply it, we got $327,000. So they entered into a contract on this value. Now keep in mind, these are two parties involved, and there is also a third party guarantee. Third party, suppose it is the foreign exchange market. Now, clearinghouse function, initial margin. Clearinghouse is the foreign exchange market, this C. 8% of contract value. So both parties will deposit 8% with the clearinghouse. This is clearinghouse C. So B will deposit money, 8% of the contract value, and A will deposit 8% of the contract value with the clearinghouse. So 3,27,000 multiplied by 8%. So it will become 26,176. 26,176. So B will deposit 26,176 with clearinghouse, and A will deposit 26,176 with clearinghouse. This is A's amount and this is B's amount. So this is basically that third party guarantee, that margin. In the future contracts we discussed that there is margin requirement. So this is that margin. This margin is called initial margin. Initial margin means initially you will deposit this money with the third party. Now, maintenance margin, it is 6% of contract value. Now, what is maintenance margin? So first 6% of contract value. So we calculate 3,27,200 multiplied by 6%, 19,362. 19,362. I'm telling you that initially you will deposit 26,176. But if your amount comes down below 19,362, so you will compensate the remaining amount. Suppose after one day, what happens? This party, they are in profits and this party is in losses. So from this account, 10,000 will be deposited into this account. From B's account, 10,000 will be deducted. So their amount will be left 16,176. B. And A's account will become 10,000 will be added to this account. So it will become 36,176. Now, what is the maintenance margin? MM. MM is 19,362. But this account is less than 19,362 because maintenance margin means the minimum amount in this account, it will be 19,362. Now, the third party will give a call, margin call to B, that deposit the difference between these two. Difference is 16,176. So it will be 6,5,8,1,3. So B will deposit additional 3,186 in his account to make it 19,362. This is called maintenance margin. So maintenance margin is 6%. Your amount will not go below 19,362. Now, we are taking two cases. Case A. On January 2, what happened? Spot rate is 0.33. They entered into a contract at 0.3272. But the next day, what happened? US dollar depreciate, dirham appreciate. So one party will be in profits, the other party will be in losses. How? What is the contract value? This 1 million dirham multiplied by 0.33, because today's rate is 0.33. On daily basis, they are calculating this thing. One party will be in profits, the other party will be in losses. So they got $330,000. Now what was their contract value? Their contract value was 3,27,200. So 3,30,000 is today's value. And the contract value is 3,27,200. So 3,30,000 minus 3,27,200, we got 2,800. Now 2,800. A, B. They entered into a contract on this value, $3,27,000. But today, the next day, what happened? The price of dollars depreciates. So when it depreciates, one party will be in profits and the other party will be in losses. So today's value, it was 3,30,000. Suppose A is in profits and B is in losses. This is third party, that is C. They deposit 26,176. One party, 26,176, the other party. So one party will be in losses. 3,30,000 minus 3,27,000, 3,27,200. Suppose this is party A and this is party B. Party A is in profits. So from this account, 2,800 will be deducted and it will be added to this account because he earns this money. And from his account, 2,800 will be deducted. So, see, 26,176 plus 2,800. So we'll get 28,000. So his amount will become 28,976. And his amount will become 26,176. 26,176 minus 2,800. So his amount will become 23,376. But keep in mind one thing. The maintenance margin, it is 19,362. 19,362. If in any account the amount comes down below this amount, then he will deposit the additional amount. Now in this case, keep in mind there is exchange rate. This is the exchange of currency. But exchange will take place after 30 days. But on daily basis, we are calculating the profit and losses. From the initial margin, amount will be added from one account to other account. That person who is in profit will be added to his account. And this amount, the same amount, will be deducted from that person who is losing value. Suppose B lost value because of the first day exchange rate. So from his account, 2,800 will be deducted. And this same 2,800 will be added to A's account. Now, so we did the same thing. Now, come to case B. On January 4, 2010. Leave the first case. We are not considering the first case now. Leave the first case. On January 4, 2010, US dollar appreciates and DM depreciate. It comes to 0.31. So what will be the contract value today? 1 million multiplied by 0.31, so it becomes 3,10,000. What was our contract price? 3,27,200. So 3,27,200 was our contract value, this, and today's exchange rate, it is 0.31. So we will multiply the whole amount with the current exchange rate. So we got 3,10,000. So now one party will be in profit, the other party will be in losses. So 3,27,000 minus 3,10,000. So we got 17,200. So this 17,200 A and B, and this is C, third party. 26,176 he will deposit, and B will deposit 26,176. Maintenance margin is 19,362. Now what happened? One party will lose 17,200. Now A will lose 17,200 because exchange rate of dollars, it goes up. So from his account he will be in loss now because of the exchange rate, and his loss will be 17,200. So from his account money will be deducted, and if he is in loss, B will be in profit. So this amount will be added to this account. On daily basis, from January 1 to January 31st, on daily basis we will make calculations, and that person who is in profits, from his account money will be deposited to the other account. Now see, 26,176 plus, from his account money will be deducted, minus 17,200. So the amount in his account, it will be 8,976, and this account 26,176 plus 17,200, so it becomes 43,376. Now look at this. This amount is more than 19,000, but this amount in the account of A, it is 8,976, and the minimum amount required in his account, it is 19,362. So now the difference between these two, we will calculate the difference, because A will deposit additional amount to reach this amount, because this is maintenance margin. At least the amount in his account, it will be 19,362. So now we will calculate this. 19,362 minus 8,976. 976. So what is the difference? The difference is 10,386. Now this third party C will give a margin call. This is called margin call. Margin call means they will inform A that deposit 10,386 into your account to make it equal to 19,362. So what will he do? He will deposit this amount, so his maintenance margin will be achieved. So this is the procedure in what we call it the future contracts. So this was an example of future contract. Currency derivatives, another topic. Currency options, we studied about the options in investment subject, so I'm not going to discuss that. And this was the last topic of this semester. I told you that we missed this chapter, so we did it in the last. And our last chapter, it was basically multi-currency accounting. So inshallah in the class, so if you people have problems, so then you can discuss with me. Have a good time. Assalamu alaikum.